So, 2 points, 2 clashes to my debate, to my speech. Okay. Firstly, what is the people want? What is the Palestinian people need and want, and how we win that clash? And secondly, what is possible and what will be better off economically in this region as a whole? Okay. First of all, kind of rebuttal and a bit of framing. Okay. We say it is safe to assume that as part of talking through this debate, we accept that there will be 2 states as a peace plan, a peace treaty we will sign with both sides, okay, and we'll create an independent Palestinian state, signing a peace deal, a complete peace deal with Israel. We say it's completely plausible to assume that because it is also not relevant to ask how is Israel going to control the whole area without starting a huge war as a consequence. It's like, if you're saying that it's not plausible for a peace treaty, okay, it's also not plausible to one-state solution completely without a huge war that will kill a lot of people on the way. No, okay? So, under that impression, that's the framing we work with, okay? So, okay. Some of the material coming up from Morad says, look, the Palestinians are not going to agree to only 22% of all the sides of Israel, okay? And we say that, okay, you have to make some like giveaway. But you rather have half of Jerusalem under a Muslim government and the holy sites of the Muslim under the Muslim government and without the interference of the Jewish state and the Jewish police entering the most important and sacred site of your Muslim identity, rather than having nothing, rather than have a whole occupation and apartheid. And you say it yourself, some of the laws in Israel are not completely democratic. We are going through a more apartheid states through the national laws and stuff like that. And giving it as a one-state solution will only further increase those abilities, those races, because of the threat that Morad said, there will be the majority if you don't stop them, hence giving more incentive to be less democracy, okay? And that is the rebuttal to their sides, okay? On the economic case, I'm going to give you a quick another rebuttal, okay? What Morad and also OG said to you is like, look, there'll be no resources, no ports, no facilities, no anything at all, okay? But we say, look, all of the peace deals that were offered up to this date, all of them talked about giving major benefits to the Palestinian state in order to improve their economic state, okay? We're talking about creating the connection between Gaza and the West Bank through like a railroad or like a highway. We have like creative solutions being offered all the time and literally hundreds of billions of dollars ready to be put in the new Palestinian state, ready to make their economic lives way better after they sign the deal. In comparison to that, what do we have from a single state? Why do Israel have the incentive to even like have some investment in the West Bank, in Ramallah and Shechem and Hebron, okay? It's obvious that the only investment is going to be in the settlement, the Jewish settlement, okay? And the settlements that are already there, okay? As well as we see in Israel that the government invests way less in Arab settlements than it is investing in Jewish settlements. And that's why the economic point falls towards the independent Palestinian state and not under the Israeli occupation. Okay? Now to weigh in what Rahel gave. Okay? Rahel gave you something really simple. Listen, people really care about religion. Muslim people really care about religion. They're willing to die for it in a lot of cases, and we're not going to accept a foreign state and that is not a Muslim government, okay? And as today, if we're going to be a one state, you can say that in the future it's going to be a Palestinian, it's going to be a Muslim majority, but as of today, it's going to be a Jewish majority, okay? And because it's going to be a Jewish majority, it is not possible for those people, those extreme people, to accept it. Therefore, there will still stay a resistance, a strong resistance within that state, okay? And people who care about their religion so much have way more incentive to go out. note that what OO gave to you, okay, on that matter was, look, we're going to suffer from non-integration and we're going to suffer from their identity. We give you a strong personal feeling of their religion, okay, that will incentivize them to go out and actually be extreme and act in violence. If first half you want to move on?
You know what? Yeah. Assuming both of them are possible, the government in a one-state solution is the only one who will be a functioning democratic one who would allow Palestinians to flourish.
Great. To the second point that Rahel gave, okay, and why is it that moderates today don't get to power in a Palestinian state? Okay, it's because the extremists have a way easier way to get into power. Okay, they're saying that they fight Israel better, therefore people are running towards them way more. Okay, the more radical that you speak today against Israel, the more easier it gets to form political power. Okay, therefore, when you annihilate the opportunity to say that you are with a war against Israel and say you sign a peace treaty with them, you have all the benefits that comes with it. Israel is no longer in the settlements and occupying you. You have a free Palestinian state. You have freedom to move as you want. You have the freedom to open businesses as you want. No Israeli soldiers can see inside your Palestinian state. You have way less incentive to listen to those extremists. You have far more incentive to listen to the politicians who actually promise to bear you off economically. And that is what Rachel gives you, okay? She gives you why the moderate people will be far more likely to be able to govern, okay? What is far more likely to happen is that the government itself, the Palestinian government, will be better off after a peace deal, okay? So we say, you're talking about is the status quo, okay? What we're talking about is the world that will be created after the peace deal. And that is the delta that we're showing you. We're showing you, A, that the people themselves want their own independent state so much that we're willing to die for, and B, that we'll be better off by their own government, and therefore we beg you to propose.